So you know how when you were growing up, you would always see those old sitcoms on TV where a kid would do something stupid and rebellious and the parents would be like,
Ah, Johnny, I can't believe you've done something so stupid and rebellious. I bet if your friends jumped off a bridge, you would do the same, wouldn't you?
and you would just watch that thinking to yourself like, that's such an overdramatic example to make. Clearly no one else would just blindly copy other people jumping off a great height when it could be so dangerous. Why do people even use that as an analogy? Surely no one's actually that careless. So let me tell you a story. Picture 4th grade, specifically 4th grade recess time. The game we loved playing most at recess was tag. Now when I say we played tag, sure it was just a game, but in our heads tag was basically a battlefield. Like to us that game was all about life or death. Friendships were ended on that playground whenever tag was played. And because it was so intense, kids would be pulling these like parkour moves. Specifically this one where they just run up to the highest point of the equipment and leap off like some superhero with a fancy landing and all. Honestly, it was pretty cool to watch, like I'm not gonna lie. So it kind of makes sense that 10-year-old me would just be seeing other kids doing this and think to herself, well hey, these kids are doing it and they're perfectly fine. Obviously that means I'll be fine too, that's just how logic works. So then there's 10-year-old me just running and leaping off the equipment without a care in the world like it's super safe. But there might have been maybe just a tiny detail I didn't really realize about jumping from a great height. You see, when one jumps from a great height, it's important, dare I say crucial, to bend your knees on impact, so the shock of the fall gets absorbed into your legs instead of your spine. For brevity's sake, to make a complicated explanation short, just don't do what I did. Please. As in, when I jumped, I landed with my legs straight and immediately was like, and just collapsed in a heap on the ground. Now, like I said before, we didn't mess around when we played tag, we played dirty. It wasn't uncommon for a kid to just stop in the middle of a game and start fake crying, and then when some other kids came in to check on them, bam, they got tagged. So initially, when I was on the ground, gasping for air because I got the wind knocked out of me, no one else really helped me. They were all just kind of standing around staring at me like, oh yeah, she's clearly faking it. It wasn't until it became obvious that I was not faking it that the other kids were like, oh shit. So then the kids all freaked out, went to go get the teacher. The teacher showed up, and she took me to the nurse. Then my mom came to school, she picked me up, and then she drove me to the doctor. I go to see the doctor's like, yeah kid, that was pretty stupid, go get an x-ray. I see the x-ray person, they're like, yeah that was actually really stupid, go to the orthopedic. That weekend I went to the orthopedic who said, yeah so you kind of fractured your vertebrae. To be honest, I don't really know how you didn't paralyze yourself, but good job, go wear this back brace. So yeah, then I had to wear this back brace for like maybe 4 months to keep my spine from shifting as my back healed. But on the plus side, I did get excused from PE for the rest of the semester, so that was pretty nice. Sorta worth it.